Hey, friends. Welcome in. This is our Good News Roundup for the week of August 9th. And yes, episode 8 already. Time flies when you're collecting bright spots.
It helps that there were quite a few this week, and we're starting close to the ground. Or more accurately, close to the garden.
Honeybees. On August 2nd in Athens, Georgia, veterinary students at the University of Georgia spent their day inspecting more than a dozen hives as part of an expanded clinical curriculum on pollinator health, hands-on training, disease detection, all overseen by Dr. Jorg Meyer.
Confirmed via a major newspaper report. It's not a one-off demo. This is part of their clinical work, which is notable. In plain English, more future vets learning to keep hives healthy.
I love it. It's practical, it's outdoors, and it's about protecting the little workers that keep our food web humming. Also, I imagine it upgrades your small talk. What did you do this week? Well, checked on 13 hives.
You'd be very popular at brunch, or very carefully avoided if you arrive with a smoker and a veil.
Thank you, Jack. And props to everyone at those hives in Athens. Gentle, useful, and a perfect way to warm up today. Sliding into people and kindness. This time, kindness to our future selves. There was a big study out of NYU's Optimal Aging Institute on midlife health habits.
Researchers reported that avoiding high blood pressure, diabetes, and smoking during midlife is associated with about 13 additional years lived without dementia. That's based on analysis of more than 12,000 participants. It's an association, not a randomized trial, but the headline is solid. Better midlife health correlates with many more dementia-free years.
That's a hopeful, practical message. Keep the basics in check. Buy your brain more good time.
There was also a separate walking study in older adults. Researchers found that adults over 80 who walk faster had about half the risk of developing cognitive impairment or Alzheimer's disease over 5 years, in a study of nearly 4,000 seniors. Earlier reporting noted that related research in a neurology journal pointed to similar findings.
Translation: if you can safely pick up your walking pace, it seems to pay dividends. And if you can't, walking however you can is still a good date with daylight.
Agreed. And one more health note that's both reassuring and timely. University of Washington researchers analyzed data on more than 2.5 million children and reported that the MMR vaccine does not increase the risk of autism in U.S. kids. It confirms earlier evidence of vaccine safety, even as national coverage has been falling.
That's such an important reassurance for families. Thank you for the clarity there, Jack.
Just the facts, Emma. The findings are consistent with a large body of prior work.
Medicine moves fast too. A few updates that might land in real people's arms, figuratively and literally.
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved Moderna's mRNA-based influenza vaccine, called mFlusiva, for adults aged 50 and older. The approval followed a late-stage trial showing the shot was about 27% more effective than standard flu vaccines.
That's a meaningful bump, especially for the age group that stands to benefit most.
In infectious disease, there's a strong mid-stage result for Shigella. Cincinnati Children's and the Emory Vaccine Center reported that a live attenuated vaccine developed at Walter Reed, WRSSS2, protected 89% of adult volunteers against Shigella sonnei infection in a Phase 2 double-blind U.S. trial. Researchers Kaussar Talat and Robert Frank said the study showed strong immune responses.
That's a lot of protection in a rigorous trial design. Shigella is no small nuisance, so this feels like a real step.
And a careful one. Phase 2 means promising, not definitive. On oncology, there's an observational study presented at the 2026 American Society of Clinical Oncology meeting. Patients using GLP-1 medications, like semaglutide and tirzepatide, had lower rates of breast cancer recurrence. Investigators cautioned it does not prove causation.
So, signal, not proof. Still, if you're following research on those medications, that's a hopeful data point, handled with care. Let's talk technology that helps real people. First up, the skies might be getting quieter and cleaner.
The U.S. Department of Transportation launched a 3-year pilot to test electric vertical takeoff aircraft.
air taxis, and cargo drones across multiple states. Manufacturers involved include Joby Aviation, Archer Aviation, and Beta Technologies, approved by federal officials, intended to evaluate passenger and cargo service.
I would very happily skip across a traffic jam in a little electric whir, with proper safety checks, obviously.
It is a pilot program, so safety, operations, and logistics get tested before any broad rollout. Weather forecasting got a potential assist too. DeepMind and Google Research said their Weather Next AI system successfully forecast a Caribbean hurricane's track and intensity 1 day earlier than existing models, effectively extending the typical 2-day lead time.
An extra day matters for preparation. Sandbags don't place themselves.
Worth noting the phrasing. They said it achieved that performance, but the promise, more notice on both path and strength, could be very useful.
And down on the ground, California rolled out the My First EV program. Rebates up to $3,500 for new electric vehicles and $1,750 for qualifying used models, financed by a $135 million fund partnering with 15 automakers.
Earlier details pointed to an instant $3,500 rebate on new cars at the point of sale. In any case, the program reduces purchase costs for a lot of people.
Sometimes help is as simple as a smaller price tag and a shorter charging line. Science time. Simple, curious, and very bright. The sun did some impressive physics on camera.
NASA's Daniel K. Inouye Solar Telescope captured Kelvin-Helmholtz instability vortices on the sun's surface. Those are wave-like curls that form when layers move at different speeds. Observing them provides insight into the magnetic activity behind solar flares and coronal mass ejections.
Tiny curls on a massive star, teaching us about space weather. Earlier, the same telescope made news for its record-breaking resolution of the sun's outer layer. It's a good run.
Farther out, much farther out, NASA engineers at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory successfully performed a power-saving maneuver on Voyager 2. It extends the life of its instruments, and they plan to repeat the maneuver on Voyager 1.
That is such a comforting headline. Still talking to the Voyagers, and now giving them a little energy budget tune-up. Space housekeeping with benefits.
Closer to home, brain science delivered an ex vivo result. Scientists demonstrated that microelectrode array stimulation of live human temporal cortex tissue strengthens neuronal assemblies and triggers cell-type specific gene regulatory programs. They built a platform combining microelectrode stimulation, electrophysiology, and single nucleus analysis.
Translation: carefully zapping tiny bits of real human brain tissue outside the body and seeing both the electrical teamwork and the gene activity that follows. It's basic science, but it maps how stimulation might shape brain networks.
And in human origins, University of California, Berkeley researchers identified DNA from at least 2 previously unknown hominin lineages in modern human genomes. Using a new analytical framework, they detected ancient ghost DNA across worldwide populations, suggesting interbreeding events with lineages not yet directly sampled.
Our family tree just turned out to have a couple of branches we only see as shadows in our genes. Mysterious and kind of poetic.
One more celestial note for planners. A total solar eclipse is set to cross parts of Europe and North America on August 12th. There's uncertainty about cloud cover and rain in several regions, according to the Weather Channel. Earlier reporting said NASA will live stream the eclipse.
If the sky cooperates where you are, enjoy the show. If not, there's always the stream. And, as we've learned, weather can be a playful co-host. Sports brought some heartfelt moments and a major contract headline. First, the Pro Football Hall of Fame induction ceremony in Canton, Ohio on August 8th.
CBS Sports reported on speeches from inductees Roger Craig, Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Adam Vinatieri, and Luke Kuechly. Craig disclosed a diagnosis of vascular dementia. Brees honored his wife. Fitzgerald reflected on his career.
A ceremony that was more than a highlight reel. Real life, gratitude, and a lot of applause.
And on the business side of football, Running back Jahmyr Gibbs signed a 3-year, $67.5 million extension with the Detroit Lions on July 29, 2026, making him the league's highest-paid running back, according to NBC Sports. During training camp, he missed the opening practice and then 5 straight sessions, which sparked speculation, and this deal ends that storyline.
That's a bold vote of confidence. Somewhere a whiteboard in Detroit just got a lot of happy arrows. Culture and games had a big swing this week. Spandex to backpacks to joysticks.
Spider-Man, brand new day, crossed $1 billion worldwide. Reports cited a $358 million domestic opening weekend and a $927 million global launch, with multiple box office records along the way. It's been highlighted as a strength for the Sony-Marvel partnership amid a broader slowdown.
Friendly neighborhood spreadsheet man. That is a huge audience.
A smaller, quirkier launch, House released Big Walk on August 4th, 2026. It's a cooperative hiking game with proximity voice chat. Players need to stay close to each other to solve navigation puzzles. Available on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, and PC.
I love this constraint. If you wander off, your friends literally can't hear you. Like a real hike, but with fewer blisters and more laughing at the map.
And a long-running franchise milestone. EA Sports said its FIFA series has become a global soccer cultural hub. It started in 1993 as a modest game built by a small team in Vancouver, and now it's the world's best-selling sports video game, influencing both digital and real-world football.
It's wild to think a game that began in the early 90s now shapes chants, kits, even transfers. The controller is mightier than the pen, at least on Saturdays. Business and everyday economy wins. Parks, popcorn, and homes.
Disney's Experiences segment, think theme parks and similar, posted a quarterly revenue record of nearly $10 billion, driven by higher domestic attendance and spending. That's despite a 6% drop in foreign visitors to the United States. Earlier, Disney reported adjusted earnings of $2.06 per share in its fiscal third quarter.
That's a lot of churros and fireworks. Good to see the magic paying wages.
On housing, JP Morgan Chase announced a $750 billion investment through 2035 to expand affordable housing in the U.S. The program aims to finance 1 million affordable units and assist 500,000 homebuyers, including 200,000 first-time purchasers.
That's a scale you can feel block by block. Roofs, not headlines.
The same bank's CEO said San Francisco's economy is regaining momentum and announced the Bay Area would be designated a corporate growth hub as they expand their footprint. That's his characterization, but it's paired with a commitment to invest in the region.
The comeback kid energy.
I'll take it. In consumer goods, Kellogg said it will phase out artificial colors from its cereal lineup, including Fruit Loops and Apple Jacks, by the end of 2026, a year ahead of its original schedule, per a business report.
Cleaner labels tend to be popular with shoppers. And in energy, Cyprus announced that the Kronos offshore gas field is scheduled to begin supplying European markets with a pipeline to Egypt's processing hub and liquefaction facilities at Damietta. It's part of efforts to develop Cyprus's offshore gas resources and diversify Europe's energy supplies.
Diversification is a very soothing word in energy these days. Less drama, more options. A few world and policy pieces with practical upside.
The U.S. Senate voted to move a bipartisan continuing resolution forward. The measure would keep the government funded through the November elections and into early December, according to multiple reports. A key Democratic leader publicly supported it.
Translation: less brinkmanship, more breathing room. I'll never complain about a quiet budget week.
Climate philanthropy brought a big pledge. Leonardo DiCaprio and Jeff Bezos announced $200 million for the Phoenix Species Project, targeting 100 endangered species. Sites include Madagascar, the United States, the Philippines, Southeast Asia, and the Czech Republic. The funding is intended for habitat protection, anti-poaching, and related work.
That's a wide map and a sharp focus. If you love lemurs, river otters, or just the idea of a planet that's busy and alive, that's good news.
In security and industry cooperation, Ukraine signed drone cooperation agreements with 9 countries and is negotiating 15 more, according to a statement by the country's president on August 3rd. The goal is to secure long-term financing and joint defense capabilities.
Framed positively, that's international collaboration and planning for resilience. And before we go, one small sky-looking reminder. If you're in parts of Europe, Canada, or the northern United States on August 12, and the clouds are kind, peek up for that total solar eclipse, or catch NASA's live stream.
Weather permitting, of course. Or stream permitting.
Always have a plan B. And a hat. That's our good week. If you want these stories and more in a calm, scroll-friendly feed, hop over to Faxlane.com or grab the app in the App Store or Google Play. Try the Zen mode. Only positive news, like this show, when you need a breather.
And if you like a deeper dive, check out our other weekly shows, Science Week and Tech Week. Same calm tone, more detail in their lanes.
Thanks for spending part of your Sunday with us. Be kind to your brain, say hi to a bee, and have a great week.
We'll be back with another roundup next week. Until then, take care.